Good evening, guys. Welcome back to my channel, Property Trader. So let's have a look at what Bank Nifty did today. Today was more or less a pretty straightforward day. Okay. She opened down and she went sliding down all the way. So not a very difficult or not a very technical day for people to miss out on. So let's have a look. Uh, Yesterday we had. Okay, before I go ahead, just a disclaimer: I have not traded today. All right. I achieved my weekly goal yesterday itself, so today I decided to just stay out. But being a compulsive and an impulsive trader, I did keep a track of what Bank Nifty did throughout the day. All right. Okay. So let's get back to analysis. So yesterday I had marked these levels, if I'm not wrong, around about these levels yesterday that we need to keep a track on. This, as far as I remember, these were the two levels that I said we need to keep a track and to see how price would, once price touches this level, you will need to see how it reacts, whether it would accept or whether it would reject, right? So we will need to, so we mark these levels up, but fortunately or unfortunately, price, as soon as it opened today, as expected, it opened right below these two levels. So for me, as a trader, as I said, mentioned earlier in other videos too, yesterday's high and low, or rather the previous day's high and low, is a very, very important level for me. All right, because as a day trader, for price to move up and continue moving up, it has to break the previous day high. Obviously, with these volumes, right? Likewise, the price has to go down today. It has to break through yesterday's low to go further down. Right? More times than not, you notice the price tends to trade between these two levels, and that is where retail traders like you and me, get a stop loss hit more times than not. Right? So keep this in mind. If you want to get into a trade, could be long, could be short. You know, just mark the previous day high and low and see what price is doing at those levels. Before you get into a long trade, is what I would say. Right? So let's take it. So since price broke or rather opened below my two levels from yesterday, I had my next level was at previous day low, and I wanted to see how price would react at these two levels. All right. So the third 5 minute candle broke that level. So before the third 5 minute candle even breaking that level, I was pretty sure today is going to be a good day to short. Reason being, I will show you. This is today's first 5 minute candle. As you can see, price opened here, went up, got majorly rejected, came down and closed in red. Alright? Keep in mind, price had at this point in time, price had not crossed the previous day low. Alright? I'm talking about this first 5 minute candle, and this is previous day low. Alright? But at the same time, you look at the delta. The delta is minus 92.5 Ks. That is bloody huge. Huge number of traders are coming in and just dumping, wanting to get out of the trade. Alright? Now, if I compare this delta along with the minimum delta, there's hardly any reduction. The minimum delta is 103 Ks and the delta is minus 92.3, so hardly reduction. So basically, it was a really strong push down by the sellers. Buyers couldn't do anything. At the same time, if I look at the wick, I can see a couple of imbalances over here. Alright, along with them, I can see 21 Ks, 25 Ks, 20 Ks, 12 Ks, 33 Ks, 70 Ks of sellers, active sellers coming in and pushing the price down. Now, why I'm saying these are huge, because if I compare this to, to this side, the equivalent of this over here is just 6.3 Ks, 8.3 Ks, 18 Ks, absolutely nobody here, 35 Ks, 30 Ks. So huge amount of selling happening over here. Alright, but keep in mind, price has not broken our important level. Next candle, again, minus 53 Ks as compared to the minimum delta of 57 Ks. Again, no reduction of sellers. Alright? We had total minimum delta of 57, actual delta minus 53, hardly reduction, just 3 Ks. So that's still showing us the power of the sellers. They are coming in, pushing the price down. They are not letting the buyers get in. This is the candle, the 925 candle will actually broke yesterday's low. Alright, as you can see here, the 925 candle is what broke yesterday's low. Okay, look here too, we have minus 43K at delta. Look at the minimum delta, exactly the same. Exactly the same. And look at the max delta, just 3.73K. That's nothing. There's hardly any buyer there. There's absolutely no buyer there. We have only sellers sitting over there who are just pushing the price up, down, 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 just not letting the buyers to breathe. This, along with these two candles, and looking at the delta in relation to the minimum delta, gave me the confidence that okay, today is going to be a special day because there was no respite for the buyers at all. Absolutely no respite for the buyers. Huge active sellers coming in, big time sellers coming in these three deltas. And I would have shorted here and I would have kept my stop loss at 34,300. Right? This being a lovely level, I would have put my stop loss over here. Okay. Second part is that I would square off on a day like this only when I see good level of buyers coming in. Alright? Because these three candles has given me the indication that our market is going to go down. Global markets also are all down. So I would only and only come out of the trade if I see something huge on the positive side. You see some huge buyers coming. Okay? And this is what I told people. You just hold on to the B trades and don't let go until you see huge buying coming in. Okay. Now the reason why I said that I would wait for a huge buy, you look at this now. You have delta over here. This is the morning, 92Ks, 53Ks, 43Ks, or minus 51, minus 91, minus 45. Look at the positive delta, just 3.8Ks, 4.45Ks. Alright? It's nothing. Look at this, 875Ks. This basically is showing us that absorption is taking place. Buyers try to push it on top over here. Okay, buyers try to push it on top, but it's being absorbed completely by sellers. Alright, and just see what happens over here. 875, 300, 2Ks, 2.3Ks, minus 4.2Ks, 3.6Ks, then boom, 14Ks, boom, minus 45Ks. Now here, I'm still holding on to my trade. I'm not letting it go. Look at the delta. It is minus. Big buys are sitting over here and just pumping the market down. Alright? Now, we see 10Ks, 14.5Ks over here. But again, it's not huge. I would like to see at least 45,000 the delta to give me some kind of impression that okay, hello, we have some kind of bias coming in. But nothing happened throughout the day. You have a look. This is what 1140 we have. Look at this 9.38 delta, 4.35 delta. Okay, go, and look at the negative deltas minus 11,000, minus 35,000. These are big numbers. As compared to what 2Ks, 3Ks. Now this is a huge delta. When I say huge, it's not something that would force me to get out of the trade. No, don't get me wrong. All right, huge delta over here. This candle will get my interest. All right, I would like to sit up now and see what's going to happen next. All right, because 27,000 Ks is a huge number. Okay, but at the same time, if you have a look over here, right at the top of the candle, you'll see that there's a 10,000 volume over here, right at the top. Okay, so these are basically people, buyers who have pushed the price up, price has gone over here, and right at the top of the candle, you can see 10,000 volume over here. And for me, when I see huge volume right at the top of the candle in a green candle or right at the bottom of the candle, you know, in a red candle, I wouldn't say that trap buyers or trap sellers are there, but I would take note of that. Alright? Because generally you don't find the smart money buying right at the top, you know, or selling right at the bottom. No, it's generally the opposite. So I would take notice. Next candle, I would see how it reacts to it. Because if this is a genuine, actual, big player coming in and pumping in the market, trying to push it on top, the next candle should easily move on top. But look what happened over here. Same point, it got rejected, came down, boom. Okay, it just couldn't close above this. Now let's see. 26Ks, 4Ks, 1K, 2Ks, but look at this. Minus 37K, boom, 4K, 11K. Price is just crashing now. Now look at this over here. We get 2K positive, 750K. That's it. And 1 lakh. 1 lakh. That is a huge value number. People have really dumped it big time. Alright? But again, as I said, mentioned earlier, in this candle, you see right at the bottom, I see 15,000. Again, this imbalance would force me to take notice. Because again, smart money would never sell right at the bottom. It will be somewhere over here, this level, if it wants to push the price down. These are retail traders trying to come in and and join the ride. And as usual, we all retailers tend to join right at the end. So this was something that wouldn't give me confidence. And as you can see, the very next candle, it tried to go down, nothing happened, boom, took support, climbed on top. And look at this, we have an imbalance here, 29,000 K at the middle of the bar. It's not right on the top, it's in the middle of the bar. This is imbalance bar. So that's a good sign that price might jump up near term. Alright? And that's exactly what happened, and we all know the price goes. But the bottom line is that I told people concerned to me not to get out of the trade. Alright? The entire day. We reached somewhere around 3ish, I guess around 3ish or 305 is when we squared off a position to way over here. I mean, rather, people to concern me squared their position around 335ish. So this is what happened today. Pretty interesting day. Lots of people made money, but people who saw this rise and took a long trade overnight yesterday got butchered. And I know quite a few people who really got butchered. Not just retailers. I mean, we have people uh, in certain respectable organizations who too went long, and yeah, they paid the price. See, those people have deep pockets. Even if they make a mistake over here by going long, the price opens down what opens down by 400, 300, 400 points. Yeah, they made a mistake, but they have deep pockets. They can take a counter trade and they can come out of it. They can recover their losses easily. The problem being retail traders like us, we get stuck. We don't have deep pockets most times and not to take a counter trade. The trade goes against us to take a counter trade and kind of come out of the losses or minimize his losses. So yeah, it was a bad day for those people, but the day traders like us who square off our positions at the end of the day or once our targets are met, it was a pretty good day. No, I never recommend anybody to hold their trades overnight because today's market with prices, you have a look at Bank Nifty last month or so, it's going 1,000 points up, 800 points now. It's crazy to hold an overnight trade because you really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, especially what's happening uh, 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 with Russia and the world against them. You really don't know what's going to happen. So it's for me, it's pure foolishness or greed, whatever you want to say, when people try to take an overnight trade in today's scenario. So that being said, let's see what will hold our interest for tomorrow. See, for me, these levels are of my interest for tomorrow. These are my levels of interest. I'm going to see how price is going to react to these levels. Yeah, these are my levels for tomorrow. Right? So price is now closed in our level. Let's see where it opens tomorrow, whether it opens up over here, and let's see whether it starts consolidating over here. If that happens, then there's a good chance the price might go on top, touch this level, right? This could be a target. But if price breaks below this level or opens below this level, then it's kind of a free fall. Why I'm saying free fall is that where do I see price? Go on, where do I see price? Uh, we are here today. So the price comes below this level, comes down below this level as yesterday's close. Alright? So if it breaks below this level, our initial target would be over here. 33,300 would be a target. But if price breaks that, then I'm looking at these levels. 32, 32,000 or 33,000 to 32,900. That would be my target. Next target. And I'm being very optimistic. But then with today's market and the way things are faring, one cannot be too sure. Alright? So keep a track of these levels, alright? And and see tomorrow how price reacts to these levels. If you guys have order flow charts with you, then fantastic. Uh, Monitor the order flow when price comes around these levels. I've seen people making a lot of mistake where they monitor the order flow throughout the day. From the first candle, they're just monitoring the order flow. That's not the way to do it. You have to mark your levels, whatever the levels may be, whatever technical analysis you use to draw your levels. Mark those levels and look at order flow when price reaches those levels and see how the buyers and sellers are reacting to these levels. That's how you need to monitor order flow. You just cannot look at order flow from the first bar onwards and try to make a trading decision. That more times than not, you won't fail. So the best thing is to mark your levels and see how price reacts to those levels whenever the price reaches those levels. All right. So I hope I could help you guys out into my little world, see how I kind of look at the markets, what are the parameters that I look at, how I generally take a trading decisions, and how I move with my trade once I'm into it. All right. So hope all of you have a lovely night. Tomorrow being a Friday, I would suggest don't go heavy, try being light, because I don't know about you guys, I always tend to screw up on Fridays. So be light tomorrow, since it's a Friday, and levels, mark them up. Do not forget today's low and today's high. Alright, do not forget those levels. Keep them there and see what price does. Alright, cheers. Good night.